Namah Shivaya. May Shiva, the protector, guide us through this period of transformation that we are experiencing as human beings, as a global community. And may Shiva, the protector, guide us towards our own personal transformation, betterment. And may Shiva guide us all towards the big next step, the big next opening, where auspiciousness, goodness will be our banner. Om Namah Shivaya. I wanted to honor today in our class Shiva as the first yogi, Adi Yogi. Adi means primordial, original yogi. I wanted to honor Shiva as Adi Nath. Nath, N-A-T-H, the protector, the first Lord, the first protector. And to acknowledge that he's bringing this guardianship to us yogis in our path, yoginis in our devotion. The classes we're doing here at Patreon are a mix, a blend of Hatha Yoga and Bhakti. The Bhakti Yoga I'm drawing from the Odyssey shapes, symbols, mudras, and also all the stories that I've been collecting, reflecting, studying during this last 30 years, which has always been my passion. The archetypes, the stories, the elements, how they can empower me in my day-to-day and also during my practice to bring this spiritual force, which we will call Bhakti, and so I can experiment, just taste a little bit of this infinite potential while practicing, while just connecting to these powers via name, via form, via mudra, meditation. So today, in honor to Shiva as the first yogi, I also want to read just the first verse of the Hatha Yoga Pradipika. And this translation is from the Bihar School of Yoga. Swami Muktabodhananda is a beautiful woman, Swami, and she translated this under her teacher's guidance, Swami Satyananda Sarasvati. Verse 1. Salutations to the glorious, primal, original Guru, Sri Adi Nath, who instructed the knowledge of Hatha Yoga, which shines forth as a stairway for those who wish to ascend to the highest stages of yoga. So for today's class, have your 2 blocks. I always say the usual 2 blocks, a strap and a blanket. If you have that, would be wonderful. And come to lay in Swara Shavasana with the soles of your feet on the floor, feet hip width apart, shoulders down, and your hands on your thighs. We're going to work with exhalation, like I mentioned in our last class. That exhalation, exhale, symbolizes Shiva. And we're going to add, at the end of the exhalation, retention without air and the lifting of the abdominal area. If you're pregnant or you think you're pregnant, you don't want to do that. So take a deep breath through the nostrils. Exhale slowly and completely through the nostrils. At the end of your out breath, press your hands on your thighs, lift your navel in and up, press your feet down. Hold without air. Now inhale, release the hands, focus on a deep breath, and let's do a breath in between. Exhale slowly, completely. Inhale again. So if you are pregnant, just breathe in and out. Avoid the retention without air. Exhale, no air, please. Press your hands on your thighs. Bring your navel in and up. Press your feet down equally, the 4 corners of your feet down, and then release the belly. Inhale, release the pressure of the hands on your thighs. Take a breath in between. So exhale. One more time. Inhale. If you just had your meal, you don't want to do that as well. Exhale. This is a beautiful practice to do in the early morning. No air. Press your palms on your thighs. Bring your navel in and up. Hold without air. Press your feet down, inner knees, moving forward. Now inhale, release the hands. Bring the hands to the lower belly. Open your knees out to the sides and unite the soles of your feet. If you have the blocks and you need the blocks underneath your knees, this will be a good moment to bring the blocks to support the knees so you're not overstretching. And then encourage a little bit of a back bend in the lower back. Observe the natural flow of your breath for a moment and gaze towards the eye of fire, that space between your eyebrows. Just in your mind, Manasika, repeat after me. Om Namah Shivaya, just in your mind. Manasika mantra. Once more, Om Namah Shivaya, just in your mind. Last one, Om Namah Shivaya. Take a deep breath in, bring the knees up, exhale. Move your tail, sacrum forward, and bring the knees towards the chest. You can interlace the fingers, just bring the knees as close to the abdominal area as you can. Empty. Now, first stretch the legs up. Inhale, flex the feet. Exhale, separate the feet, bring your feet down to the earth. Feet hip width apart, your hands on your thighs. We're gonna inhale, lift the hips, the arms, the backs of your hands, moving up above your head, touching the floor. Exhale, with control, lower the hips, bring the hands to your thighs. Let's do one more. Inhale, breathing through the nostrils in silence, from abdomen up to diaphragm, lungs. Exhale, bring the hips and the hands down. One more time, please. Deep breath. Exhale, bring the hands to the thighs. For 3 rounds, again, we're going to do that Uddiyana Bandha, the bird flying upwardly, no air, ideally, providing a massage to the inner organs in your abdominal area. Take a deep breath in, hands on your thighs. Exhale without air. Press your hands on your thighs. Bring your navel in and up. Press your feet down equally without lifting the muscles of your gluteus or gluteus from the ground, and then release the inner organs. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Let's do right away. Empty, no air. Bring your navel in and up. Doesn't need to be big, it can be. Then inhale, release the inner organs. Take a breath from belly up to diaphragm, lungs. Last time. Exhale without air. Bring your navel in and up. Send your tail slightly down. Lift your Mula Bandha, pelvic floor for women, perineum for men, and then release. Pause there. Move your tail forward. Stretch your legs up. Flex your feet. Point your feet. Separate your feet. Rotate your feet one way, one direction. 3 times. Opposite direction. If you need to hold behind the knees and bend the knees a little bit, you can do that. Now bring your feet down. Some of you will need a strap. Others don't need a strap. With the index and middle finger, you can grab the big toe if you can, and then bring the thumb on top of index and middle. Stretch right leg up. If you have a strap, use a strap. A scarf would do. Bring the strap to right foot and bring that leg a little closer to the body. Optional here, stretch the left leg down towards the earth. Focus on your breath. Breathe in, and then remember to breathe out and to offer that exhalation to Shiva. Feel the breath also moving in the side body. One more. Now, hold this strap just with your right hand, or stay holding your big toe, and open your right leg to the right. It doesn't need to be much. You want to keep the hips down, and as you orient your right leg to the right, bring it up a little higher.
So it's not just moving down to the side, it's side up. Breathe out, breathe in. You can place your left hand on the top of the hip crease so you can move the hip down. Encourage the left side to remain down. That can be done with the left knee bent as well. Then return, right leg to the center. Lift your head, point your chin slightly up, stay here, hold the back of your head if you need, lift your left leg up. And if you don't need to hold the back of your head, stretch your left arm forward, breathe out before breathing in. Now, head down, arm down, left leg down, release the strap, release that right leg, bring the sole of the right foot to the earth. We're gonna twist. In order to twist, lift to the hips, slide the hips to the right. Now left glute down, bring your right knee up and over and twist with the knee bent. Left hand on your right knee by the outer knee, open your right arm to the side and stay looking up or look over to the right. Resting, if you need a support underneath your right knee, you can place a block there. Breathe out, breathe in. Let your right shoulder relax a little bit more. Ground through that left foot. And actually, if you did have your left knee bent in this variation, you do need to stretch your left leg. Empty completely. Now, slowly return. Slowly place right foot on the floor. Open your left arm to the side. Bend your left knee. Square the hips. As you prepare to hug the knees, you're going to have the other thumb on top. So interlace the fingers. Bring the knees to the chest. Exhale, Apanasana. Rest lower back on the floor. Now inhale, legs up. Flex the feet, and you could be holding behind the knees if you need. Stay here, flex your feet. My level 3, lower the legs a little bit, maybe 45 degrees. Lift your head, lift your shoulders, palms facing up. Level 2, open the arms to the side. Maybe lower the legs a little bit, not too much. Everybody, bend the knees, bring head down, feet down. Send your tail forward and prepare to stretch the left side, either grabbing with the index and middle, the big toe, thumb on top, stretch the leg up, or bring your strap to your left foot, bring that leg closer to the body. Remain here, perhaps stretch the foundation. Don't need to, you can. Breathe out, breathe in. Focus on the breath and make your out breath last a little more. Nice. Now, as you hold the strap with your left hand, ground through the right side, the hand on the hip crease, keep that hip down as you open left leg to the left. Focus on stability. If it's best because you have your knee bent to open your right knee out a little bit, you can do that. If your knee is straight, ground through the inner thigh moving down. Breathe out, breathe in. That foot, don't just come to the side, going to the side and up, slowly open, slowly open. Now return, please. Release left leg, place the sole of the foot on the floor, and if the right knee is bent, stretch that knee. Open your arms to the sides, lift the hips and slide the hips to the left, please. Right glute down, aligned with the sternum. Bring left knee up and over to the right. Twisting and looking over to the left. Again, if you need extra support underneath your left knee, you can place your block there. Ground, feel the earth underneath your body. Rest your body towards the earth. Open glute, lower back. Breathe out, breathe in. And as you Inhale next, connected to the core. Inhale, lift left leg up, place your feet down, open your right arm to the side, square the hips, ground, breathe out, breathe in. Now, arms open to the sides, palms facing up, lift to the hips. Coming to Setu Bandha Sarvangasana, lifting the heart a little higher, the bridge pose. If you wish, you can interlace the fingers, stretch your arms, press your hands down, stay in a comfortable height, working with a back bend, but not over contracting your lower back. You can lower the hips a little bit, sustain, focus on stability, shoulders down. The neck is not touching the earth, the base of your brain is. One more, lift your sternum towards your chin. Exhale, release. Bring the hips down, and you're gonna find your way to come to seated position. Lay on one side and come up. As you come up to seated position, you're gonna sit in the deer pose. And this might not work for everybody. The idea is that you have your left knee bent in front of your body, your right knee bent, and the right foot by your hip. Move the muscles of your calf out here and sit down. If this is not possible, a variation that might be possible is this, like Bharadvajasana, okay? Here we are doing a twisting position. The right hip doesn't touch the earth deeply, so there is a little lifting there. Twist, deer pose, Mrigasana. Open the chest, left hand on the floor, and if you have this variation, Bharadvajasana, you can twist. The right hip is not going to be touching the earth. Open the chest. And then return, please. Move the legs to the opposite direction as you twist, Bharadvajasana or the deer pose, Mrigasana, twisting. Breathe out, breathe in. In many of these sculptures, the murtis of Shiva, especially in the south, you will see Shiva holding the deer in his right hand. Return, find neutral here. Open your knees. We've done this pose a lot. Scooch back a little bit, and here you have 2 palms distance between perineum and heels. The, let's say, bona fide official gesture to show Shiva in his most primordial form is, with the right hand you have Mrigashirsha. The middle finger meets thumb and ring finger, and this is the head of the deer, and you're gonna have that deer looking at you. Shiva, as Pashupati, is the protector of the animals. Then on the left hand, open to the side, so it's kind of mirroring the deer, you bend that ring finger, which is really hard. You might have to help that finger to bend a little bit. And you can have just your palm open. This represents a male god. And these are the official gestures found in the Natya Shastra that represent Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya. Now say out loud. Om Namah Shivaya.